What's up, you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at AMD stock. Guys, so AMD stock did a belly flop today over here. Let's talk about through the price action, and is this thing going to continue to fall, or the bulls can still hold this thing? So we'll talk about all that stuff in this video, and most importantly, where the confluence is building is what I want to focus on. So with that, also note, this is only for education purposes. None of this is any financial advice. You are solely responsible for whatever you do. It's up to you. I take guarantee of nothing. So let's talk about the daily interval. So yesterday we were seeing this good green candle appear, and we were though still rejecting this overhead resistance. But the way this green candle came yesterday did open up some possibilities that we can test at least this 20 days moving average up here, $190. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that. The price, this was it, and that's all. It did a belly flop today, and if any position was there, the stop losses should be put in place as well, right? And that's why when I took this position, I mean, all of my positions have stop losses because market can do a belly flop, and we have to be prepared for that. Now, yes. So talking about the price action right now, AMD fell lower into that blue box of $174 to $176 range. Is getting bought back up there. But before we jump into the lower time frame analysis, what I want to showcase you is we are below 20 days moving average now. We are below this trend line that we have always been, and also below 20 days moving average. And also now we have done a belly flop and has broken below 50 days moving average. That sets up again the price action in a certain way of maybe downside. So we'll talk about a lot of things on the hourly interval in just a moment. But what I want to first highlight here is that many of the confluences on the daily interval are looking weak. Now going in, well, yesterday we talked about there's a potential, well, there's mostly choppiness between 50 and 20 days moving average that I expected to do. And well, today we got out of that, at least choppiness is what we can say. So how do we adapt with this price action now? Is this, it's getting bought back up here at 174, is this a buy or what, right? So the thing is that, guys, the way it did this belly flop today is not just a sell-off in an uptrend. It has broken the structure, unfortunately, and this is turning into the downtrend. So we once we lost this level of 182 and 73 cents, and yeah, this was the second level. Even if the structure break has already happened from this uptrend down below 182 and 82 cents, and then also below $180. We losing $180 and testing coming down again in this blue box is a problem. Yes, this rebound is happening, which is fine. It doesn't negate the fact, though, that this $180, even if it comes back up there, this will still be just intraday downtrends because, sorry, it's just going to be a lower high. If AMD wants to become bullish again, well, it has to do a lot of legwork. It has to get us above 20, 50, 200 hours moving average on the daily interval, above 50 days moving average. Right now, it's just looking like weak enough, much more game to the downside. And so today, this rebound is coming. So after falling, but it's still, as long as it's not breaking above $180, this is still the downtrend play, and the short positions can be taken at $180 with the stop loss on the other side. So yes, in my opinion, this is looking weak. Now AMD has a habit of becoming choppy once it's in one, once it gets into that. So if we lose $174, it opens up the door to $162. Okay, so I'm watching that. To the upside, I don't want to even touch this thing to the upside even until and unless it's not breaking above 185, both above 20 and 50 days moving average. Right now, it's looking weak enough to me that it will go down. Even if it breaks above $180, that rebound, if it breaks above that, sure, it has still room to test this 20 days moving average from the top, but it's just going to be a choppy place for it. And I don't want to trade it in that area. This to me is more continuation to the downside that AMD possibly now will give us. So it tried its best over last couple of days. Let me take it the 4 hours interval. You can see it tried its best to form this inverted head and shoulder as well, and it just couldn't hold itself, right? So the clear direction on this to the downside is below 173 or 174 in this case, and above 185 some upside. But I would more look for the rebounds and then maybe short it. Right now I haven't opened any new play on this thing, but this was holding this good support, and nothing is stopping it from going choppy here. It has done here in the past, so this thing can go range bound or choppy here as well, so be prepared for that. So I would just trade with the levels and the stop loss on the other side with the sentiment into the structure, which is right now lower highs, lower lows. So just take the structure, right? When we go downtrend, we have a rebound, then structure. So just trade structure by structure with the stop loss on the other side at these important levels. Once the price action confirms, some sort of that move, right? Let's take a look at 5 minutes interval. And let's see what the strength on this thing looks like. No, it's quite weak, and that's what I'm saying, right? Like even the rebound to 179, it's not going to change much for me. It's just a rebound. So this thing has a room to, fizzle out, stay choppy, or go much lower. All right, that's AMD. Let's take a look at Nvidia, just to high level. I talked about Nvidia in the morning video. I'll do another video this afternoon as well once the market has closed on Nvidia. But so far, yeah, it gapped lower today, opened below 20 days moving average, trying to, come back up, but it's again rejecting that underneath of 20 days moving average. So let's see. I'll talk about more in the later afternoon, as I said, right? So, but yeah, that's that on that. I did a video on SMCI as well. It's, in my money making profit, so looking great. Just showing you Broadcom. Broadcom as well is in my profit area. Let's see if it continues to fall. I'm expecting it to continue to go lower. And ARM has been falling as well. Look at it continuing to go lower and lower after testing all those supply zones up there. QQQ and SPY gapped down lower today. QQQ broke some important levels like losing 20 days moving average and also losing $441 level. And SPY is also looking weaker. Is still trying to hold that 20 days moving average with a gap lower. Let's see if SPY tries to fill this gap to the upside. That's, something if you are a bear, you don't want to see any gaps left to the upside. There are a lot of gaps to the downside, but there's one gap left to the upside. If you're a bear, you don't want to see any gaps to the upside. And if you're a bull, well, you have been already making money. But though we have a lot of gaps to the downside on the SPY, though, just remember that. Guys, that's all for this video. Most importantly, AMD I want to cover. And if you found this video helpful, valuable, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.